Executive presence, pillar number 2, communication. Think of these 3 things. 1, how are you being heard? 2, how are you connecting with your audience? And are you able to adjust your audience real time? Welcome to Great Transition Strategies Monday Morning Stand-Up. 5 minutes to get your week off to a great start and potentially give you something to help make you a more effective leader. And more importantly, so you can love what you do. All right, executive presence, last week gravitas, this week communication. So as you think about these 3 areas that we go through, I want you to think about what your audience needs, what they want, and as always, think about someone who's really good at this, and then think about yourself, what you need to do to get there. So the first one, how are you heard? What are people hearing? And when you think about that, think about these 3 things: your voice, your pace, grammar. What is the voice that they're hearing from you? Do you have a really deep midnight DJ voice, or do you have a really high voice that might really great with some people? What does your voice sound like? Do you use vocal fry? Do you have an accent? Did you know Margaret Thatcher, early in her career, had a mentor tell her, your voice is too high pitched, it's too shrill, you are not going to go far in this business unless you get that fixed. She went to Hollywood, got a voice coach, things turned out pretty well, made a difference for her. So what is the voice that people hear from you? What do they need to hear? What do they want to hear? Important. Next, pace. Are you one of those people who talk really, really fast and feel like you're really trying to cram things in, like you're from northern New Jersey or New York? Or are you one of those folks that are really, really slow and people just want to, like, oh my goodness, let's get those words out of you? What makes sense for you? What is your pace? Make sure you understand the pace that you're delivering and who that you're delivering it to. Last one, grammar. Think excellent speaking skills. I gave a talk once and to a group of parents when I was a school administrator. When I was done, I had 2 colleagues come up to me and say, did you know that you used a preposition at the end of a sentence? No. What was it? You were talking about the students and you said, we want to ensure we know the level each student's at. Don't do that. Oh, thanks, appreciate it. And I don't think I've ever done it since. Good feedback. So what kind of feedback do you need? How do you want to come across? How are you being heard? So this is an opportunity to understand what your audience wants, what they need, how you're coming across. All right, next one. Now, what are the emotions? How well do you command the room? What are the emotions? How do people feel about you? When you walk into a room and you're going to give a talk or you're going to stand up front, how do you want people to feel about you? So how you look is extremely important. How you look, how you make connections with individuals. Maybe you have a group of folks who want to hear stories. You're talking to data scientists, they probably want to hear data. Are they getting what they want and need? If you're talking to a bunch of executives, they probably want to hear the results of the data and the story that got you there. They probably don't want to hear all that data. So how well do you connect, build rapport with the individuals so you have that rapport? Last one, last part. How well are you able to read your audience and adjust real time? If you've shown up, you've planned a speech for 400 people and you show up and there's 50, do you adjust or do you just go through with your plan? How well do you read the audience? I was doing a workshop here recently and I had a first break planned at 90 minutes. I realized an hour in, someone got up, went to the bathroom. I think, oh, okay, I think I'm starting to lose these folks. Let's take a break, recharge your coffee cup. I had to read the audience, what they needed at that particular time. So that way I could keep them and get their attention, keep their attention on what they needed. How well do you read? How well do you read real time? How well do you adjust real time? Stories are important. Sometimes being succinct is important. Sometimes having a lot of data is important. Sometimes it's not. What makes sense for you to be able to adjust your audience? So second pillar, communication. The 3 areas I just gave you. How are you being heard? Understand, what are people hearing about you? How are they feeling about you? And the last one, how are you able to adjust real time? Thanks for listening. See you next Monday morning, 8:30. Have a great week. Happy Labor Day.